It's a morning that changed our nation forever and one we will never forget.
It's hard to believe that 10 years have passed. Sometimes it seems like it was just yesterday.
September 11th, 2001, I was actually a sophomore at Syracuse University.
I just can't believe that we were there a day before this all happened.
I had just started a job in Bluefield, West Virginia, which is the exact opposite of New York City, where I grew up.
I was at work. We were coming up to our CBS cut-in on the air at 8:55 in the morning.
And it was a Tuesday morning, and because I was doing the 10 o'clock show, I didn't have to come in until 2:30 in the afternoon every day, so I was asleep at 9 a.m. or, right around that time, and the phone rings. It's my mom. She's in a panic.
But I was sleeping around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had a friend who came and pounded on my door and woke me up and said, "You need to be watching TV." So I woke up right away, and I put on the news, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
And it was mid-afternoon. We get to the airport. We were on the tarmac because of weather or something. We thought we were actually going to be laid over and had to stay another night. But we did get home later that night. We woke up in the morning, and I was watching the news.
First I thought, well, this is just a terrible accident. But then it was shortly after that we saw the second plane hit the second tower, and it was rather apparent as to what was taking place.
I felt so alone, so I called my mom in Amherst. She was working, and so it was around 8:35, and I called my mom, and I said, "Do you know what's going on?" And she had no idea.
I got off the phone with my mom and immediately thought of all the guys I knew that worked. I knew a handful of guys that worked in the World Trade Center.
I remember leaving the station for a while mid-morning and driving up Elmwood Avenue, and there was barely anyone on the road. I mean, everyone was just glued to their TV sets.
I'm driving, I put on the radio, and that's when I hear Peter Jennings say, "Oh my God, the building just collapsed." And that really was the most emotional part, because I knew immediately people are dead. And perhaps the worst part of the day was finding out from my brother, whose boss was doing business with people in the World Trade Center. The last email they got was, "We are dying."
I think everyone was in shock. I mean, I think everyone was in total shock. I don't think we could believe what was taking place.
We took our kids back this past weekend, which, would mark the 10th anniversary. We took them to the memorial. It's a tiny little 2-floor exhibit, and you just go in there and you see the pictures, you read the comments. You don't even have to hear any firsthand accounts. You just, you well up. And I had my kids with us, so I don't even know. It just chokes me up because I had my kids with me then. I have them with me now, and how many don't?
Every day, I drive along the 290, and I see a huge American flag that I remember was put up right after 9/11. The United We Stand, those signs went up right after 9/11. And I remember how Buffalo came together, and I remember how students on campus who didn't even know each other hugged each other when they were shedding a tear.